Jack stumbled upon a black case. Inside, $2 million in cash. But as he glanced at the lifeless man beside him, he wasn't sure if this money was fortune or doom. Earlier that day, while tracking his prey, Jack noticed something strange. A few scattered cars in the distance, and bodies lying all around. Cautiously, he drew his gun and approached. It was clear there had been a violent shootout, but Jack remained unfazed. As a Vietnam veteran, this scene was nothing new to him. He checked each car, looking for survivors. Soon, he found one, a wounded Mexican man, barely clinging to life. The man desperately asked for water. Jack, seeing his severe injuries, knew he wouldn't last long. And besides, he had no water to give. To be safe, he took the man's submachine gun and ammo. At first, Jack thought this was just another gang fight, but when he reached the back of a truck, he realized things weren't so simple. A full load of contraband, which meant there had to be a buyer carrying the money. From the scene, it seemed likely that the buyer had been wounded and fled. In this scorching desert, a wounded man wouldn't get far. Most likely, he'd be resting in a shaded spot, relying on his hunting instincts. Jack scanned the area and soon spotted a figure under two large trees. He didn't rush in. Instead, he raised his binoculars and observed. Then, he checked his watch. 2 hours passed. The man hadn't moved an inch. Only then did Jack approach, gun in hand. As expected, the man was dead. Still, Jack stayed cautious, prying the pistol from the man's stiff fingers before opening the case beside him. And there it was, stacks of cash. Clearly, a deal had gone wrong. Both sides wiped each other out. Now, the $2 million lay unclaimed. Jack knew this money could change his and his family's life forever. Under the cover of night, he drove home, but as the night deepened, he grew restless. A nagging guilt crept into his mind. Finally, he grabbed a jug of water, deciding to return and help the injured man. Yet when he arrived back at the scene, something was off. The car windows, intact earlier, were now shattered, and inside, the wounded man had been executed at close range. Someone else had been here. Then, Jack turned. His heart sank. By his truck, a strange car had appeared. A group of men circled his vehicle, inspecting it. Moments later, they jumped back in and sped toward him. Jack didn't hesitate. He turned and ran,